Feels like home, doesn't it?
Oh yes, we're back.
This is the Basement Golf Show. Let's go!
Oh my god.
That was silly.
Damn. Cheers, mate.
That was fantastic. That was a great idea, Simon. Let's do it again.
So guys, welcome back to another Basement Golf Show, and what a week it's been. Riviera did not let us down.
What an amazing golf course. You sold it last week and it just lives up to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All the holes, all the tests, the different challenges, the bunker in the middle of the green, the drivable par fours, has literally got it all, isn't it?
Just has everything, and it's in absolutely superb condition as well. We did okay.
We did
First
okay.
week back, we did all right.
We did all
both
right.
made the cut.
We both made the cut, both in the top. Rahm finished 15th, didn't he?
Tied 17th for John Rahm, and tied 7th for you.
For McIlroy. So 2 in the top 20 in our first week.
Sky's the limit now.
Pretty good. So that does mean some money has to change hands. So let's quickly do that before we get into this week's event. So we each have a pot of pounds, and we have a pot in the middle which has our pounds in. Adam needs to put £1 in. My pound already stays in from last week. Basically, the way it works is very simple. We put £1 in each week.
Yeah.
The winner takes £1 out, and if the winner is the actual winner of the event, they take the pot.
Yeah.
So there is now £3 in that pot for next week.
Cheekily texted me last night, giving the old, I think I'm taking all your money.
I was pretty keen at the start, and then yeah, Rory decided to what did Rory do? Would we call it an implosion? Faded, I like that. Yeah, it was a kind of typical Rory performance, wasn't it? Where he just shines, and he's literally as good as anyone else in the world for 3 rounds, and even though someone who's won as much as he has, you feel like more and more he just doesn't quite get it done.
Yeah, and I was speaking to somebody today at work, and they said, I just missed so many putts from inside 15 to 20 feet. Because he hits it so good.
Yes.
Tee to green, he hits it close. They show him missing putts.
Yeah.
They show a lot of putting.
Yes, they show a lot of putting on television.
So you get to see, he's missed another one. Oh, he's missed another one. But he hits it so good to get it there that you're going to miss those putts. They're not all makeable. And then this week it just wasn't there, and he's tied 7th.
Yes, exactly. It wasn't a disaster. He made the cut. He was still very, very good. It just wasn't quite his week to pick the trophy up.
There you go.
And that was that. But Adam Scott did win the event.
What golf?
You love his golf swing, don't you?
Oh, I think just poetry in motion, isn't it?
What I really...
Not quite as good as Luke Donald, but I'll let him have it. The European Tour this week have stitched us up again.
Yes, they have.
They haven't actually got their own event going on.
No event on this week, no.
So, because it's WGC week.
It is WGC week, one of those 4 non-major events of the year. WGC Mexico, where's it being played, Adam?
No, it's
Sorry.
not going there. Club de Golf de
Carmen.
Chapuncapec.
Something like that.
Something peck on the end.
That's it.
That's completely wrong.
But again, an interesting golf course that they'll be playing. Is it a 3rd or 4th year they've been there? So it's quite a new event. So the players are still going to be getting used to the course.
Yeah, some guys are going to be new to that field as well.
Yes.
Top 60 in the world. So it is a great event. They are massively at altitude this week. So it will be a big week for the caddies as well as the players, trying to get those. I know they speak about it being a bit of a curve with the altitude and the yardage difference as well. At some ends of the bag, it really doesn't really make too much of a difference. And at other ends of the bag, it makes a massive difference. So.
And it's, again, knowing that when you watch the coverage, that when you see them hitting it 370, 360, don't worry. When they're hitting it 8 irons, 190, it's not. They are long, don't get me wrong, but it's because they're that far above sea level.
Don't all panic that you're not hitting it that far Saturday mornings.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
They're miles above us.
They are. So, let's make some picks.
Okay. I'll let you go first.
Okay, so I picked fairly conservatively last week, and I'm going to pick fairly conservatively again this week. Funny that. I'm going to wait to bring my wilder picks for later. Right. But I'm going to go with DJ. I know he's won this event before.
Defending champ.
He's defending champ, is he? Okay. He's won this event before, but also I thought he came through the field really well last week.
Yeah.
From quite a long way back and just steadily put his game together. And as with all these top guys, they'll be really focusing on this week as opposed to last week. Obviously, they all want to win PGA Tour events, but to win those WGC events, just that little bit more prestige. And he's the sort of player that does kind of turn up on these big events. Who are you going with?
So, kind of a bit more patriotic.
Okay.
I'm going to go Mr. Paul Casey.
Yes.
Now, he was 1 under this week, so quite a long way down the field, but last year finished in a tie for 3rd at this event.
Yes.
So obviously loves the golf course, went low final round, shot 6 under final round last year. Just hoping to, obviously the game is in good order because he was under par at Riviera when there was quite a few people over par. One person very over par.
Yeah, we won't mention. We did make the cut though, and it was his event, and it must have been a tiring week because he's hosting the anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he was under par. Hopefully they'll get some juices flowing, and he can get up the top of that leaderboard and hopefully get a little win in there.
It would be lovely, wouldn't it? He has, you do talk about horses for courses, don't you? And if he's played well around this course before, there's going to be some good feelings going into it. He'll have had all the good experiences off the course as well, I'm sure, in that venue.
I'm looking forward to it. I like it. There's some really nice, short, quirky little holes on this golf course as well. It's quite sort of tight in places. It really does lend itself to being a really good event, and I like the fact that they've taken it somewhere different as well.
Yes. Now, on to our favourite part of the week.
Yes.
Last week, we went 100-yard proximity challenge, tall v small, with a special guest that we didn't mention. Yes, Ryan, sorry, we didn't mention you. You were there. And you're there again this week. 150 yards from the green, 3 shots, total distance from the hole.
Yeah.
All scores added together, no hiding place.
Nope.
Let's go.
So guys, welcome back. Another proximity to hole challenge tonight, but we're a bit further away.
Yes, 150 yards, 3 shots, total distance away from hole, hopefully to be measured in feet.
Fingers crossed I can get closer this time.
Let's go. Right, Adam, what club have you got?
I've got 8 on this time round.
8.
Right. Let's see what we can do from here. Find the planet. Very good.
Oh, he started well.
4, 5, 7.
7 feet. Right, 9 iron for me. Come right a bit.
Hefty.
Hefty.
It's good then.
Not bad. Take that all day long. Ooh. 16 feet.
I also have 8 iron. Really know where I'm aiming, but over the hoop is the plan.
Coming a bit. Does slope
Keep
left
coming.
to right.
Keep coming.
Oh, there you go. A little bit of.
Ground assistance.
What are we? 30 feet.
I'd take that, to be honest. Have you changed club?
No. Don't fancy muscling something.
Oh, he's right out here again.
Sit.
Come back a bit. Oh, there's a bit of cover.
10 feet.
10 feet. Right, so I need to stick this within 1 foot to get level after 2 rounds. That's right. And nowhere near long enough. Oh dear. Heavy. 62 feet.
That's right.
Stay on that line. Sit. Sit. Stay there.
Slopes away, isn't it?
That 37 feet.
37 feet.
Pretty good.
Happy with that. Shut. All a little left.
Yeah, it's not very good strike that.
Feet down off the bank though.
Yeah, it's
Right.
bit toey, bit slappy.
34
feet. I'd have had an angry word with myself at that point.
Yes.
Change clubs.
Oh, okay. Gone up, have you?
Gone up 1
To 8.
to 8.
Okay.
I'll hold it back a bit.
Oh no,
Heavy,
that was the floor.
There's a
That
lot of
was
floor
the
there.
floor.
Should have stayed where I was.
Oh, right.
Oh. 67, 135.
What have I got to do to beat? 135.
Yeah, 135, we're at 67 feet. So, right. Anything under.
Make contact with ball before floor.
Yeah.
Stay on that line.
I want to go some.
A thinner.
51.
Yes. Well done.
2 in a row.
Started so well.
It did
And
start
then
very well.
Fell away. 2 in a row for
I think that just goes to show again that handicapping, how it's so important at this sort of shot, that second shot into greens. You know, we can all hit decent tee shots. I hit it to 30 feet from 150 and I'm quite happy.
Yeah.
You're not happy with that, and you're both sides of it.
somewhere in between. Yeah.
You've stuffed a birdie putt possibly in there at 16 feet.
Yeah.
But then another time, 2 times you're chipping from distance.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like 7 and 10 feet are very good shots for me from 150.
Yeah.
But it's one of those that 34 feet, that's probably as bad as I could hit it in there. But it's just knowing how far people think of dispersion always is left and right, whereas
We lost
the higher up in terms you are, you lose it short and long more
Definitely.
than anything.
And even for me at this, my level, 17 handicap currently, I'm annoyed at 60 feet out.
Yeah.
I should be hitting, you know, I feel like I should be hitting greens. So there's definitely work to be done, even at this handicap level, which is fine because it means I know where my next target is.
Yeah.
You know, and that is, you know, the 150s, the approach shots that I need to make sure I get it close.
That's
Yeah.
where you will gain. I mean, we all get excited about hitting it a long way and hitting it 300 yards off the tee, but if you can get inside 150
Yeah.
and start hitting it on the green, then you're going to score better. It's proven in the stats. Anytime 200 yards and in.
And ultimately, all those shots that are more than 40 feet away is just strike based. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
So it's just strike. It's just repetition, getting used to it, knowing your misses, and going from there, guys.
Right. So next week, 200 yards proximity hole. This is going to get interesting.
Yeah, because you're going to hit a lot less club than I am.
Yes, exactly. Right. Okay. See you next week. Oh, smug face over there. 7 feet for the first shot, 10 feet for the second shot. This sort of kind of game was like. You're playing for second, by the way, now, everybody else.
It's nice that it was
It's nice.
like it was good. Hit a couple of nice shots. sort of eases things.
I watched this video with my 5-year-old this week, and he said, "Daddy, when can we watch one that Ryan wins?" I was like, "Don't tune in next week." But next week we will be 200 yards out.
Yeah, and everyone's reset again.
Everyone's reset. Off we go again, and again a really interesting experiment with 3 very different handicap levels that we're playing at the moment.
Yeah.
As the distance draws out, does it make it any easier or any harder? With only 3 shots to play for.
Next week we'll find out.
We will find out. Okay. Question of the week.
Yeah, and an interesting one that's sparked a lot of debate on the comment section.
Yeah, thanks to everyone that's commented.
So yeah, thank you everybody that left a comment and has spoken to us personally as well.
Yes.
So where do you stand on the whole anchoring rule?
Well, I think to kind of definitively discuss this properly, we need to be on a putting green. So we better head outside.
Good point. So guys, we're out on the putting green. It is a little bit cold.
It is very cold, but we're out here to talk about arm lock putting. Is it anchoring? Is it not anchoring? Let's get into it.
Okay guys, so we're just going to talk through the 14.1b rule. So it's not an equipment change. So Simon can have whatever equipment he likes. He could have a belly putter and he can use that. He just can't use it in that way. So it would have to be just a little bit away from the shirt, and you have to use it in you can use it in exactly the same way. It just can't be anchored to the body. You could also use it as a chest putter if you was to lift that up. So normally the arm would be anchored in against there, or you could hold it at the top like that. That's anchoring. So that would have to come away and then use it in the same way. So it's not an equipment change. So you can still use all these putters, just can't use them in the way they were designed to be used. Arm lock is perfectly fine. It is just considered another way of gripping a club. So now he's going to put it up his left arm, you can grip it across, so you're still only gripping it with 2 hands. The fact that you're holding it against that forearm makes no difference at all, and you can just hit putts like that. Some people will have a standard grip and won't hold it against the top of the arm, so we'll have it locked against the forearm, so you just have it feeling like it's going to hold that touch point, and then we're going to hit some putts like that. So that's arm lock. So is that anchoring, Si? What do you reckon?
No, it's not anchoring, I don't think. I think one of the other things is you're not allowed to anchor your arm in that.
So the forearm can't be touching, because again you then place that into being an anchoring point. That is a point that is now anchored against your body, and your arms are not working independently with that putter.
Exactly, I think that's the point, isn't it? If you're, however you grip it, whether you grip it with your forearm, as long as it's away from your torso, away from your body, and just being moved by your limbs, then it's fine.
Good stuff.
Let's get back inside, shall we?
Warmth, please.
I think that answers it.
Yeah, I think we've covered most things there. It's just one of those things. It's a rule. You got to abide by it.
Yeah, you got to abide by it. You got to decide where you stand on it personally, because no one's forcing you to use that implement. So what we're going to talk about this week. What do we want the guys down that lens to really engage with us on this week?
So guys, this week we're going to talk about distances and gapping in your bag. So it's going to be, as we've said, really important for the guys and the caddies this week to get their distances right at altitude. So they're changing and checking distances on a weekly basis given what conditions and altitude they have. How often have you checked your distances and done your gapping? And do you think it's important?
Yes, an interesting topic, not only for this week's tournament and obviously for us to discuss next week. Obviously I've just got new clubs. Ryan has also got some new clubs, so we will both have to do a gap test. That is an essential part of purchasing any new equipment. For me as well, obviously I've bought 3 wood and then 5 iron, so is there a gap? And if there is a gap, what does that distance need to be filled? And also a good way for you kind of this time of year to check where your equipment's at. Do you need to make any modifications? Do you need to make any purchases? Or are you good to go and you just need those yardages? ready for the season ahead. So yeah, we want to hear from you guys. Have you had a gap testing? If so, how frequently do you try and have it, or how frequently should you have it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that just about wraps us up for this week. I hope you've enjoyed the Basement Golf Show. It is so much fun to record. It's so good to be back in this space again.
Yeah, I'm so loving the fact that there's this radiator
We've got a heater
the
on.
table.
Yes, we've made some upgrades. We have a heater now. But yeah, all this...
so showbiz, haven't we?
We are.
We've got our own radiator. Don't worry about it.
Stop it. Sorry, we are. Oh, sorry.
The expenses bill has just gone completely out the window.
So yes, there we have it. Another episode of the Basement Golf Show. We will see you down here next Wednesday night.
Yes, indeed.
The European Tour is back. They are in Oman next week in the desert.
Stop stitching us up.
Yes. The one thing, if you have got to this part of the video, just look up the Professional Golf League, because it could be very, very interesting. Have you heard of the Professional Golf League? Yes. We will be doing a special Professional Golf League expose. Is that the right word? I don't know what the right word is.
Chat.
Chat's probably the right word. But yes, it could be massive for golf.
It could be. It could be.
So we will see. Anyway, that's for another time. All that's left to say is thank you for watching. Do all the YouTubey type stuff, and we'll see you down here next week. Down there. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Oh my god.
That was silly.
Damn. Cheers, mate.
That was fantastic. That was a great idea, Simon. Let's do it again.